Welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host. Let me know if you can't hear me. Guys, see, I was going to expose this and it's already exposed to me. Really got it. Cover and form. We'll get into that first. But first, I know the drill. Let's turn to. Welcome back. Welcome back. Boxing Fans Talk TV. I say I'm your host, TD. Refer to me as hoping everything is much clearer, much better. Hey, we was here all day. But at the top of my hour, y'all know the drill. Water check, water check, water check. My usual 10 bottles. And I got a few more to drink before I turn it in. Right? I'll make that cut. Here at Boxing Fans Talk TV, we advocate that everybody should drink water per day. Out there, y'all. Don't get caught slipping. No hydrate, no dehydration summer. I'll be chugging lugging our water. Not a big water drinker 2 times a day. You should water. First thing in the morning before you toes around, before you get into the routine. Glass of water. A glass of water is 8 ounces. Taking your body is water is up. Second time you should drink water is at night. Water. American Heart Association. The heart is a lot of reasons. Charging, toxins, and the average person burns between 900 to 1,000 calories per night in their sleep, in a deep sleep, not a cat nap, not a cat nap. So drink up your water, stay hydrated this summer. Also, I want to do a little housekeeping. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe in my humblest voice. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you already subscribed, then you already locked in. Hit the like and share button, please. Watching me on replay, leave a comment. I read everything. I'll tell you guys though, I don't know who it is. Comments, another language, but I speak. I read. I don't do another language. I really don't know what that person is saying. Person is trading, I guess, lots. Um, y'all seen them thrown up on you. They sex. I be trying to do them. I apologize if they that with them. Anywho, um, August 3rd, tomorrow is Obama's birthday. In case I forget tomorrow, let me say happy birthday to the president. Birthday, the president. I'm Marilyn Monroe voice. Tomorrow is Obama. I think he'll be 61 tomorrow. I have time passed. I think when he became president, he was in his 40s. Isn't that long? Damn. Also, I want to give a shout out to my brother. I'll say it tomorrow. My brother's birthday is his birthday. It's Leo season now. So shout outs to all the Leos. Started like towards the end of July. Shout outs to all the Leos. It's one of my favorite signs. That's the birthday story. So Ryan Garcia got exposed. Likely WBC. Because Ryan Garcia is insane. I know people like him, rep him. I did a video that was kind of like out of my ordinary. I tried to bait his fans because I really felt like either his fans are bots, robots, or whatever the hell. I really don't feel like he got all them damn followers. I was like, but I had to prepare myself. Hey, somebody try to come to his defense. 8 million, I would figure a few thousand at least up, or maybe even a couple of hundred. Oh, 8 million or a couple of million. Nobody. Nobody really came to his defense. I think one or two people hold up. As Oscar De La Hoya always say, Ryan's followers are boxing fans. Not even for him. They don't translate boxing fans. Just had a fight at the with the old Staples Center, crypto arena. Barely got 11,000 and some people to show up. Where are all these followers? But how I see it, playing little boy games with grown men, with grown people, period. It's really showing how much of a little boy he is. You're not gonna take kindly to him trying to mess their stuff up. Nobody need to follow behind him because he really gonna mess up something that somebody put a lot of work and effort in most of their life. I don't agree with nothing much with Mauricio Sulaiman, but I'm sure he been working for the WBC or working his company, the WBC. So he been putting a lot of work in, good or bad, longer than Ryan been living. Think about that. Longer than Ryan been living for the WBC. president is working. Here comes the young Ryan spouting off at the mouth, talking that old nut shit to the point that he got to expose him. That's what happened. WBC president Mauricio Suleiman said Ryan is jealous of Devin Haney. Let me repeat that. The WBC president Mauricio Suleiman actually said that Ryan is jealous of Devin Haney. But we all can see that. I'm glad he caught up. You know what I'm saying? And he's not just jealous of Devin Haney, jealous of anybody who holds a belt. You know what? How he acting? See people doing all walks of life. Like you will have people say, put down or belittle, the college experience or whatever. Don't mean nothing. You don't need nothing to have a college degree. Yeah, it's spoken like somebody who ain't got one. So sometimes when people say stuff, like just because you don't have it. So the only time you can take somebody serious, as Ryan's case, if he had belts and then he came back and said it. But you can't even take him serious. If somebody had a college degree, they came back and say, them degrees don't mean shit. I have to listen a little bit to what that person got to say. It's a different perspective. But when they ain't got shit and they trying to put down shit, don't listen to them at all. And this is what Mauricio said. Mauricio decided this Ryan want to put down sanctioning belts. And I mean, truth be told, Mauricio feels like those followers might be real. Because like they know, like Oscar said, they're not translating to real boxing fans, but you just don't know. You don't jump the gun, I guess. Say all his followers they don't mean a hill of beans because they don't translate into dollars or nothing. That they don't come to see him fight. They don't pay for his pay-per-views. Not that he have one, but if they don't come see him fight, 9 times out of 10 they ain't gonna pay for no pay-per-view. But just in case they do mean something on the air on. Hold on 1 second, you guys. That's right now. On air too. What's up? Got Righteous on the phone, y'all. Say hi to the people. I said say hi to the people. Righteous. Hey, how y'all doing? You said live from prison. What's hot in the prison? But you want to spit game? I'm gonna get the floor to you. Got Tell us about the books that you thus far and where people can find them. So it's called You Can't Handle the Truth. You find it on Amazon. The author's name is Kavanza Beasley. Okay. What's your other book? So, so this book is bridging the gap of, even though the word hustler is in the title, you're not talking about nothing negative. You're talking about all positive, like the same hustle that a person have to do, that criminal stuff. It's the same hustle you got to do positive stuff. Is that's how you explaining it? want to give any shout outs to anybody out there that you may know? A lot of people in prison and got out. They got their own little online shows or podcasts. You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Main narrative of us in here. So yes, I shout out to all the brothers and sisters incarcerated that's out there doing their thing, doing the right thing, not giving them people reason to say, yeah, that fade away, getting out.
Yes, indeed. So say again your books, because
My book
some
is
people
You
didn't.
Can't
And
Handle the
speak. Hold
Truth.
on, hold on, hold on. Speak up so people can hear you. Because I got Aaron Smith is in the building. I see you, King. He said you're experiencing auto problems. We can hardly hear you or your
Oh,
guests. So speak up. As You Can't Handle the Truth and the Art of Hustling 101 by Kavanza Teasley on Amazon. You can find these books on there. I've talked to a couple of people that read the books. I read one of them or some of them, most of it. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Y'all should go to Amazon and get the book. He's speaking from experience, and he knows he's been part of the criminal world. He's since reformed, and he's calling from prison. So, um, he has a lot of insights into a lot of things that people might need to hear or know. Because guys, experience is a good teacher. It takes someone like him to know, right? Right?
and that's the keys of life. And that's the keys just like man, woman, and child. Can't have one without the other. So can't have knowledge and don't have the application of knowledge with the wisdom to formulate an understanding. So that's three keys of life, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. And understand wisdom is the experience. Because you can know anything, but if you have an experience, you wouldn't be able to have a complete understanding of it. So you have to have experienced something. So this is what brings people, into what you to be able to relate to what you do. So and that's for real. I couldn't have said it no better than that. That's right. You can't have a child without the man and woman, so you can't have understanding without the knowledge.
Word, word. Is there anything else? I'm currently on the show. I'm glad that you called. I'm glad that you plugged your books. I'll plug them even more every day. And the art of hustling, and you can't handle the truth. It is very worth your time to buy these books. They're not that expensive. They're on Amazon. You can find them on Amazon. Cavanza, Cavonza, Teasley. That's the author. Anything else? Oh, I was about to talk about Ryan Garcia, a boxer who just got exposed by the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman. So
Okay.
I was cooking about that. You probably not familiar with this kid, but he gets on everybody's nerves. For real.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
yeah. But let me get
That's
back to
good
it.
boxing.
Huh?
Things is going on like even here we box. I train people too. I understand the boxing world. And right now, we need more heavyweight. I just want to put it out there. We need more heavyweight.
Yeah.
I think the heavyweight division has gone to hell. I'm just keeping it real. I won't see heavyweights at one time. That's all we look for was heavyweight champions. But we don't have none.
So
I
you're
see
not
a
a
lot of paper
Deontay.
champions.
You're not a Deontay Wilder fan.
I mean, I like them. I ain't gonna lie, I like them. But I'm not into with it just seems like it's giants in the ring. That's not true heavyweights. All you see is giants. And they just slugging. They're not true heavyweights. Anybody can be 300 something pounds and can get in the ring and look like they doing something. No, heavyweights are athletes. Them dudes are not athletes. They just big as hell. And they can slug. Athletes, man. We talking about Sugar Ray Robinson, we talking about Muhammad Ali. So we talking about real athletes, Danny Holyfield, Mike Tyson, athletes. These are, if you want to go back in the day, you can go back in the day and see the Leonard Lewis and the Joe Frazier and all these athletes. These dudes who stand in the ring for 20 rounds, 15 minimum. You know, these dudes now can't even go 12, 10. So I don't look at them as being athletes. I look at them as just being giants who can hit.
Deontay
That's
Wilder,
my,
he's a small guy. I think he did himself a disservice by putting on weight for his last fight. But he's normally a guy that weighs like under 220, and he's tall as hell, a thin guy, but he be knocking
yeah,
motherfuckers
he
out.
tall. Long arm. Yeah, he tall.
Have you been catching
Nice to
any
put him in.
boxing? What here lately? Have they been letting y'all catch a boxing show?
Ooh.
Have you been able to see any boxing?
Yeah, some of them, we don't get ESPN box. So it's not, we see a lot of UFC. But like I said, I love boxing. I just want them really do that thing. Like even with Deontay Wilder, I want to see him fight. I want to see him fight some real dudes like this size. And they can just out of nothing. Like I said, I know just people just can just slug and bang it out with them. Of course, they probably can be. If you see them really showing skill, it's the art of boxing. Go look at the books back. Real books about boxing. They got a book out there called the Art of Boxing. ARK, the Art of Boxing, and it shows you real skills of people. Better Charles, they show people that was really, doing their thing back in the day. Always the so Jack Johnson and all of them, they should go all the way back. And they showing you how to bow dudes, really the art of it, skills of it, but the movement, the angles of the feet, how to swing, punch. So and this is people back to, like you said, not a slugfest. You need to go back to the art. That's why people pay their money to see real fights. See people showmanship, panache. You ain't got that no more. You don't have people that give people what they want, get their money's worth. That's what the boxing was all about. A prize fight. They put a pride, they put the people champion, people champion. That's what they were showing the real deal about boxing. That's what boxing. It ain't just a boy. You just see blood and all. That was back. Yeah, that days old. You want to see the art. You want to move around. That's why a lot of people like Shakur Stevens because he show you some of the skills that real boxing. So, that's why Ted Atlas and all them like him because he can move. Show you how to move his feet. They move Oko Cinco. They can move their feet. They can, they do angles, and that's what boxing's all about. Be able to move, showing you the art when you punch around at all times. Some angles you block, you punch, you spawn. These are people that show boxing skills is all about and get the people what they're looking for. That's why they're gonna make it.
Yeah,
They gonna make
that's a that's an issue for us even on this channel. Aaron, can you hear us real clear now? I'm not sure what's up with my mic. Why folks here lately, because even I looked at myself on the playback and I was like, I didn't hear myself as clear. So I hope you can hear me now. You know, I made some adjustments. But Righteous, is there anything else you want to say?
no, you know, like I said, I'll get me started on that boxing. I love the sport so much. I'm training some good dudes in here, so I see what you're saying. So I feel you. Like I said, I'm just trying to do the right thing, keep it moving, keep it pushing. Make everybody, understand that it's be positive. You know what I mean? This is how we got to roll now, and hopefully that I can get out there one day and be able to start a camp, a boxing camp, and get some real fighters out there and show what I'm talking about. Because it takes heart. One thing about it, people can get in the ring all they want, but 75 cents to 80% of boxing is heart. Anybody can learn how to box. You ain't got the heart. You
That's
ain't
true.
gonna learn.
That's true. But I gotta get back to the show.
Okay. Appreciate
No problem. No problem. Anytime. So we'll holler
it. All
at
right.
you. Bye bye. Hey, that was Righteous calling in. No, he didn't even time that on purpose. Called at the right time. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But he got the art of hustling, and you can't handle the truth. You can find those books on Amazon. They're not very expensive. He's speaking from experience. He called from jail. So go out and support the brother. Um, try to get one of his books or something, and you will be impressed. Everybody I talked to who read that book, they like him. They like him. So PGH Big Dog is in the building. Was popping King. That salute Queen T. So let me get back on Ryan ass, right? Ryan. So Mauricio Suleiman recently said that Ryan actually put a petition in with the WBC to not to have to fight Devin Haney. Let me repeat that. He put a petition in with the WBC, y'all, so he ain't have to fight Devin Haney. Now we know. But it's like all of us knew anyway. We've been complaining about Ryan Garcia for months. Lord knows I have. I think he's a bit of a weasel at this point now too. But he a little boy playing with grown people. I mean, the father of two now, but he's such a little boy. Because if he thinks some of the shit that he doing ain't hurting the sport, not to mention his own career, he got another thing coming. Suleiman also said his own predicament is at his own hands. He in the current state of predicament that he's in right now, and that's due to his own self. He put himself in there. Suleiman admits to protecting him. Ain't that about a bitch? So when I say the complexion for the protection of the collection, this is what the fuck I mean. What has Ryan done for the sport to deserve his protection? And if he hasn't done nothing for the sport to deserve protection, then why is he getting it? That's extra. So why is he getting? What has he done to get the extra, you know, protection? Is it because he Mexican? But you know, when you talk about Suleiman, you know it's got to be that. But just across the board, I mean, it's already been put out that Oscar, he favors Mexicans that sign with him. You know, when we be talking about this racist stuff or racial shit, racial issues in boxing, it's what we talking about. You got a sanctioning body that prefers or covers for Mexicans in the WBC. You got Oscar De La Hoya, who is a promoter, can't come out in America with no company and then say I'm only for one group. Can't do that. Not here in America. No, now there's no taxpayer. Can't do that. But that's exactly what people claim Oscar is about. And is Oscar De La Hoya a card carrying member of the Ku Klux Klan? No, he's not. Is Mauricio a card carrying member? No, he's not. But they do practice favoritism, and they do it because of the race of the person. Like I said, Suleiman spilling the tea. We'll get to why he's doing it, but he's spilling the tea nonetheless. He's saying he's in the predicament that he's in because of himself. Talking about Ryan. He Suleiman admits to protecting Ryan. Why the fuck you protecting him? What the fuck do he need protecting from? He chose this career. It's a combat sport, but people can carry themselves as gentlemen. It's combat only when you get in the ring. You're supposed to train for it and be ready. But some kind of way, Ryan deserved protection. From what? What was you protecting him from, Suleiman? So you mad at him now, so you spilling the tea. I'm glad you're spilling the motherfucker. Spill on. So you gonna admit that you've been protecting him. And Suleiman don't believe Ryan when he say belts don't mean it. And he gives a reason why. Because he's known Ryan Garcia for years now. And he remembers Ryan coming into, down there where the headquarters is in Mexico City, marveling at the WBC belts, wishing upon a star, saying stuff like, one day, it's all be mine. Having that dream, expressing that dream. To more than just Suleiman, but to anybody who was probably standing right there. That's why Suleiman don't believe that Ryan means what he say when he say that about the belt. He's showing his youth. He's still mentally a kid. The belts don't mean shit, Ryan, because you ain't got one. They even pointed out something. They pointed out, like, I think Suleiman pointed out the fact that, if you go to his social media pages, you'll see Ryan draped in belts. What belts? I don't fucking know. But this is why you can tell his fans ain't real. They don't know no better. Ryan lies to them all the time. They don't know. They have no clue. Like Suleiman said, he watched him for years, marvel at the chance of ever achieving the WBC belt for his division. He saw his expressed desire to have one. And Mauricio is spilling the tea because Ryan is downing or trying to destroy his brand. And basically, if you're going to destroy the brand or downing the WBC, then you fucking with his money. That's one thing you can't do to men, huh? You can't mess with their money. Am I right, fellas? You can't mess with another man's money or potential to gain money, you know. But again, see how having them fake followers can hurt or help you. On the one hand, I don't think they real, so they not buying tickets. They're not buying pay-per-views if you were ever to go to pay-per-view. You can see that because they're not buying tickets. That's why I can say they won't be buying no pay-per-view. So your fans are not translating over. It's not me to just see it. Your own promoters see that. And then you always got some kind of issue with somebody where money can be an issue. You had your tay-to-tay with Oscar over how much he was paying you. I think he overpaid you. Exact. But hey, get your money, Ryan. Get your money. And you got Mauricio's out here like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll be talking about my belts. Because even though don't nobody really believe that you really got real fans and all those followers or anything close to being a fan of boxing, you just don't know. You just don't know. And Mauricio, he just don't know. Maybe he can wake up them robots and they can assault you like the beehives would. Mauricio ain't gonna take that chance. He don't need 8 million people to hear your belts ain't worth a damn. He don't want that to be in the court of public opinion. And that's what Ryan is doing. He's playing games with a grown man. They feel like he might got sway because of his many followers. But they don't want to take that chance. How this dude Ryan is able to do the things he do? Where does that come from? Where does that power come from? If it ain't complexion for the protection of the collection. You know what I'm saying? He a Mexican. He's getting favored by a Mexican. And Mauricio Suleiman, in his own words, said he protected him. From what? If you ain't gonna protect all the other fighters, then why you protecting old Ryan there? And why he get picked? So when people saying there's no racial element in boxing, they can miss me with that. Clearly it is. It's not fair to the whites, blacks, Asians, and anybody else out there who's not Mexican when it comes to the WBC. Not fair to them to be in this sport, use this as a career. When you're just gonna favor fighters because of their race or their complexion. But complexion is basically saying, for those who might not know, it's basically saying their race. Ryan is getting a lot of favor that he don't deserve and hasn't earned. But when you mess with folks' money, all bets are off, I see. I've been through that. But maybe that's what it took. When Ryan get a little older, he gonna see the error in some of his ways and some of his choices. See, he's trying to do for him at the expense of everybody else, the fans, his promoter, the sanctioning bodies. You mad because you don't have a belt. So fuck the sanctioning bodies. But you're on social media draped in belts. I don't know what kind of belts. Some makeshift belts that you might have made up. You on the social media draped in that. Your followers think you that dude, but you're not. He portraying a fraud on social media. And the fact that they don't know shit enough to question him is proving my point even more. But then he turned right around after making this portrayal and giving this Oscar winning performance like he that man with all the belts and the accolades. He turned right around and say belts don't mean nothing. But then he turned around again and be on social media talking about his goals. You can catch him saying he wanted to go with Cambosa because he wanted to get them belts. Lomachenko, different people for the belts. But when he realized he can't get no belt, he have to actually do the walk. Talk the what it is, walk the walk, talk the talk, put in that work, and he's skedaddling. He don't want to do all that. You can lie to your social media. They ain't gonna fact check him. That's what I say to Ryan Garcia. Why? Because they don't fact check him now. It's like Oscar said, they are not real boxing fans. They don't translate into dollars. They don't patronize him. They won't know any better. Then Ryan Garcia, he puts up who his favorite fighters. And then that favorite fighter that he named shitted on him. And I'm talking about Julio Cesar, what's his name? Chavez Sr. Julio Cesar Chavez. I don't know. I'm probably fucking up his name. But Chavez Sr., y'all know what I'm talking about. The great Mexican boxer. Even he admonished Ryan. Ryan said that's his idol. But let me tell you what Cesar said. Chavez Sr. said. He said that Ryan is crazy for saying, pretty much Ryan is crazy for saying belts don't matter. And he don't get it. Like, what the dude trying to do? He acting like a little boy playing with grown men. That's what he did. And then he went so far as to say he don't even watch his fights. He doesn't watch Ryan fights while Ryan going around saying he is idol. But see, if Ryan didn't play these games, and if y'all did not show him favor when he didn't deserve it, he wouldn't be in the predicament that he in. Y'all show him favor. He amassed all these followers. He's what did Jerry call him? Something, a slut, a media slut, an attention whore. That's what he is. Even Chavez Sr. said he calls all his fights bullshit. But how I see it is he got exposed yet again. Hey, that's good for him. That's good for him because we're gonna have to always call him out because like him to be messing up boxing. Really do. Messing up boxing. Nonsense. Playing with adults. Say this kid, he only care about himself. And I'm starting to say, I think this kid might be just as narcissistic as Mayweather. I mean, I'm not crying for Mauricio Tamon, but that's with any man's money. I guess they got something to say about it. The youngest in the building, he said, Queen T was popping king. But, yet again, Ryan Garcia gets exposed. That's good for his ass. I don't know how y'all feel about it. How y'all feel about that? Pop on here. Feel about it. That's fine. I see they going back and forth with Ramen and Jake Paul. My only problem was Ramen. I don't know this to be a fact, but Ramen said, I said the other day, said that it wasn't in the contract that they was going to be checking them several weeks up in. Hey, if that's the truth, that has to be in the contract, and it wasn't in the contract, then I would have a problem with it. causing undue stress, micromanaging don't have to be. Nobody likes that. Y'all hear the news about who got shot? The father of David Lemieux was among victims in a fatal Montreal shooting. They think this shooting was behind two separate but related shootings. See, Tuesday night that claimed the lives of two men just over an hour apart. So I have to say, rip to Lemieux's father. That's unfortunate. I thought Canada was one of the places that they didn't allow their citizens to have guns. I was I thought they had that locked in. All we can say is rest in peace, David Lemieux's father, and prayers sent for boxing fans. Talk TV, what you going through right now, and I hear about Isaac Pitbull Cruz is motivated to fight Tank Davis. Sending Ryan Garcia a message like basically, boy, don't play with me. But Isaac Cruz got a fight coming up on September 4th. Let me find this date for you. If that's the fight with Ortiz and Ruiz, because I know I won't pay for that shit. But hold up now. They said Pitbull Cruz said he's working hard, striving for a rematch against Gervonta Davis. Oh no, yeah, September 4th. Is that Ruiz in them? Oh, he told Ryan, young Ryan, whoa, Kimasami. Oh, how the tables turn. He said, you gonna get your chance, you slow your roll. Get straight, get your mind right. Hold on. September 4th. Yup. Yup. That's a Fox pay-per-view. Damn. Damn. Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz fight on pay-per-view September 4th on Fox at 9 p.m. Gonna have Isaac Cruz on there. I like him. I told you guys I like him as a fighter. My Isaac Cruz. I'm a fan. Fan already. It said 24-year-old Cruz returned to the ring in April with a knockout over former champion Gamboa after dropping a competitive decision to three division champion Davis last December. Native of Mexico City, Cruz shot up the lightweight ranking in 2020, announcing his presence by first round knockout over veteran Diego Delano. Oh, that was good. So who he fighting? I'm very happy to come back to the ring. Great fans. September 4th, he'll be facing a very good opponent. He said, I'll be back at the same arena where I face one of the best fighters in the division, Tank Davis. Uh, he's fighting, stepping back into the ring. There's pumping me up even more. I can't wait to start throwing my hands on fight night. Fighting out of Sonora, Mexico. Some guy named Ramirez has moved himself into the title contention with 5 straight victories as he looks to make a splash lightweight debut. Cruz. So he's fighting somebody named Ramirez. Not not really familiar with this fighting. I don't think I did see a press conference. They kept trying to ask Cruz questions about everybody else. he kind of answered. He had such a straight, hardcore, stoic look on his face, like basically saying, "Look, I got this guy right here. I'm concentrating on, but believe you, I want all the smoke. Ryan got to wait, get his mind right. When he started trying to come over here, wait your turn." That's actually what he said. He said, but he do want a rematch with Tank. No, this time around, I had a full camp. So he just read out some of this. These fights is coming up late. But Conlon versus Mariaga. That's gonna be on ESPN Plus August 6th at 2 p.m. Smith versus O'Mason on the zone August 6th, 2 p.m. And Robin versus Paul, it says postponed. But Robin said he's going to out until he gets an official word. If Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus McKinson, I want to see that one. It's on August 6th, 9 p.m. Teofimo Lopez versus Campa, ESPN Plus, August 13th, 10 p.m. I want to see that too. Usyk versus Joshua, Sky Sports, August 20th at 2 p.m. They're going to be fighting in Saudi Arabia. I'll take the highlights, so I'll let one of y'all come on here, pop y'all collar and tell me what's what, because I'm not paying for that sausage party over there. Broner versus Figueroa, that's Showtime, August 20th, 9 p.m. Navarrete versus Baez. But we know we're gonna look at the Broner and Figueroa. That's free. Navarrete and Baez. I'm gonna look at that one too. ESPN Plus, August 20th. It's KSI with Sabi. I don't care for it. Pedraza and versus Comey. That's gonna be on ESPN Plus, August 27th at 10 p.m. Liam Smith versus Joaquin Pinho. I hope I'm answering that right. I doubt it that I am. It sounds Japanese or something. On Sky Sports September 3rd at 2 p.m. And Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz. It's already starting to look like it's gonna be a hellified card. I don't want to buy it, but Cruz, first and foremost, if it's PBC, I ain't buying it. So I'm gonna have to find another way. I'm gonna have to Cut and Pete. How you doing, Cut and Pete? What y'all doing today? Oh, y'all looking at boxing up in here? I have to do one of them numbers. Ruiz versus Ortiz is on Fox pay per view September 4th at 9 p.m. Hills versus Marshall. I want to see that. That's on. Oh, finally, it's on Sky Sports, but it's also on ESPN Plus September 10th at 2 p.m. And Canelo versus Golovkin 3. That's on the Zone pay per view September 17th at 9 p.m. Stevenson versus Conseco. That's Shakur Stevenson. I got to look at that versus Conseco. It come by with the ESPN Plus September 23rd at 10 p.m. At the ESPN Plus, I wish you could go away. Caps and Full G was popping King saying, hey, Lady T. Extra O was popping King. And salute Queen T. Put the link in the chat, y'all. I ain't had much to say. Today was a weird day. First time in my adult life that I got rid of my cable like I normally have it. I got Xfinity with Comcast. They came by, hook everything up, but I don't got cable like I normally get. To me, I feel like I dropped cable because I used to have everything on my shit. You know what I'm saying? But I let all that go, partly because of how boxing been treating us. I kept my cable. So in the last 3 years or so, I don't even watch it. I be looking at YouTube mostly, but I kept my cable because of boxing. I let it go. I'm gonna find a way to have it. Like I got the Roku. I know that you can download apps like Fox, ESPN. Proof is, I have the TV right here beside my computer. I got TV over there. Yeah, and then on the wall got the cable, which is basic bottom line cable. I got the Roku. Guess what? I get Fox and ESPN for the free through Roku. Don't know how, but it works. Our money is in the building. He said, Miss T, 100. What's good, our money? What's up, King? Yep. Anything I don't have, what I do, y'all know about the Roku. I guess I'm late about it. Of course, I download the app. Guess what? I got Showtime over here on this Roku for the free. I believe it's for the free. I had signed up for their free for 30 days. Last 30 days. I tell you this, but I don't get charged for it. Wow, I ain't stealing it because I gave my information. Don't charge me for it. I did it through Roku. Extra O says salute young and our money. Yeah, but even with the Roku, I get the ESPN, the regular ESPN. I get anything, any channel that I want. I just download the app. Boom, it pops up. And then I got subscriptions to like Netflix, Paramount. I got the ESPN package when we ordered the fight with Bud. I got the ESPN Plus, Hulu, Disney Plus, right? So I have all that on this. Order my got Prime, got something. We all share. A family that shares together, stay together. So we not missing none. All of us. Cable bill. I can't even tell y'all how much that shit was. Told me I pay my cable bill every month. I zero it out. So that shit told me what it was this month. I was like, last month. I like take that shit. Come get your shit. I'm done. No way in hell. And I've been having problems with them. I don't know what's up with the cable companies. They should know better than to try to rook people over and all that because people don't even watch cable like that no more. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. He says going in and out. I really don't know what's going on. This mic should be able to pick up things. I for me, I'm always having a mic problem, and I really don't know what it is. Can y'all hear me now? He said, Miss T, you having audio problems. Okay, I feel y'all. I'm gonna actually I really don't know what's going on. I'm thinking you guys can hear me now, but it's almost like I gotta speak into it a certain way. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to tweak some things or whatever. But I had like everything shut down only to bring it back up. Like I said, I got rid of my internet and my cable, and I got with somebody else. It took him hours to put all this shit together. Can y'all hear me now? I feel like I'm yelling into this mic. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me. Oh, you hear me now? Yep, you can hear me. Okay. Yeah. I apologize. Anybody listening? I'm yelling. I'm yelling, y'all. I'm bringing it from the gut. But it's like I gotta be up on the mic, damn near tongue kissing the motherfucker. I should see me over here. But yeah, I have to tweak this thing or take it down and put it back together. Jerry said he can hear me just fine. What's up, Jerry? I ain't how much, Jerry. You see, Mauricio Suleiman that spilled the tea on your boy Ryan. I told you he was fugazi. I don't know if y'all caught in the beginning. I'll recap some stuff. Suleiman basically admitted to protecting Ryan. Why you need to protect him? But you know, Suleiman favors Mexicans, so that's his case. A clear case of protection for the collection. Other things he said. He said Ryan put himself in this predicament. And where he tore his draws at with Suleiman is basically down in the belts, so devaluing the belts. Because at that point, you're playing with this man money. Ryan is showing himself to be mentally still a kid. He don't know what to say out his mouth, as you said the other day, Jerry. So Mauricio cutting him to the white meat. He's just basically saying, you your own worst enemy. They done protecting you, Ryan. He also said if Ryan was jealous of Devin Haney or anybody who got a belt, and that he know Ryan is lying when he say he don't want a belt because he known Ryan for years, and Ryan has expressed desire to have a belt when he's been down there in Mexico City at the WBC headquarters. I'm trying to figure out what you needed to protect him from. What kind of protection he getting from Mauricio that every other fighter can't get? Y'all know what Oscar says. I told y'all that too. And then he got nerve. Well, he have a right to have who he say is his idol. But then when your idol come back and shit on you, that's kind of bad. Chavez Senior said he don't watch the kid fights. That all his fights are bullshit anyway. That he don't understand why he's saying what he's saying about the belts. They don't respect him. He making himself look like a fool. But you know what? They keep paying him. They done made him rich. He don't care. Jerry said Ryan is right. The belt is garbage and corrupt. Fighters don't need them. It is corrupt. I agree with that part, Jerry. But I wouldn't say the fighters don't need them. Can't throw the belts out with the bathwater because the people who heads their sanctioning bodies are fucked up and corrupt. The idea is to get rid of their motherfucking ass. Find somebody else to head up those sanctioning bodies. But don't take away that achievement from fighters. Then what they gonna fight for? What? A cup? A trophy? Just because they ruining it. The idea is to get rid of their ass. Not the belts totally. I think shit, the WBC, the WBA is corrupt as hell. Hell, I even feel a certain kind of way about the WBO. The only one who ain't giving me pause as much is the IBF. And then shit, I don't know. I feel about them belts like most people feel about politicians. They all liars. All liars. Shit, what we gonna do? We gotta do something. But the answer is to throw it out. No, I'm not with that answer. I'm not with that answer. Unless we want to hold tournaments every year. Every year at the beginning of the year, everybody in their division start a tournament. And by the end of the year, who's going to be the last man standing? Shit like that. But ain't nobody going to do that. Sound too much like right. Jerry said, look how the WBC treated Haney. I heard they took the super title from Haney. Oh, shit, Jerry. I ain't hear that one. Why did they say they did that? I don't know. I'm going to have to do my research on that. I totally missed that one, Jerry. Damn, that'll be fucked up. Dude just got out the fight. What the fuck could he have done in a month and a half for them to take the super title away from him? And gave it to who? Gave that to who? Because Devin Haney got the regular title, or he had it going into that fight. Cambosos had the super title. So by beating Cambosos, he won the super title. But maybe the regular title is now available for somebody to fight for. I don't know. He said Haney said he didn't want it. Oh, you talking about no? See, Jerry, you had me worked up, Jerry. You talking about the franchise belt? There's a difference, Jerry. Boy, I tell you, Jerry. You had my blood pressure going. I was like, what the fuck? You talking about the franchise belt? Devin has always said he don't want that shit. The duck belt, that's what it is. Duck away from all the smoke. All that belt allows you to do is, yeah, see, you talking about the franchise. That ain't the super thing, Jerry. Jerry, Lord have mercy. Y'all see what Jerry just did to us? Lucky we love you, Jerry. How you just got everybody blood pressure going like mine. Like, what? Why would they, Jerry, the franchise belt only allows you to duck. That's all it's good for. Canelo liked it. Lomachenko asked for it. Tio asked for it. Camboso asked for it. They gave it to Andre. What's his name? Shit, can't even think his last name. God damn, Andre, the commentator, the ex-fighter, Andre Ward. Only person, the only person that was coming in my mind was Andre 4000 or 5000 or whatever his name is. Or Andre Berto. Everybody but Andre Ward. They gave it to him and he gave it back at one point in his. I think no, that was the Emeritus belt. Yeah, only a couple of people that asked for that belt, but really the real power of that belt, it allows you to duck. You don't have to fight your mandatories. You don't have to. That's basically what it do. You don't have to fight your mandatories. You pick and choose who you want to fight. No rush. So Devin been saying he ain't want that shit. But Jerry, you made it seem like it was just a super title. There are belts that got super titles. Like the WBA, I think is one of them. Jerry, you gotta clear, my brother. Yeah. Still, Haney won that belt in the ring. WBC is just being personal. They make up the rules as they go along. That's how they see fit. They are more harmful to the sport than helpful. I agree with you, Jerry. They do. They do. Just like Mauricio mad now. I ain't holding Mauricio up on the perch because he's spilling the tea about Ryan. He mad at Ryan now because just in case, yes, just in case that them followers that Ryan got can make something happen, he gonna step carefully. He trusting him, but he trying to verify. But he mad at Ryan for saying what he said about the belts. Because if Ryan just so happened to have any kind of influence or make people move, then you fucking with his money, saying fuck the belts. He can't get all of everybody saying fuck the belts. He don't want that. He playing damage control. So what he do? He come out and spill the tea on Ryan. You been sitting on this information, and you want to tell us? That's why, Jerry, I agree with your statement. Mauricio is like that. So I call him Mr. Cantone from Harlem Nights. Yeah, Harlem Nights. He said, well, that is basically the WBC version of a super title. It's the French fry belt. But you see, like again, Mauricio got to know he don't get no brownie points for coming out and say, now you mad, now you want to tell everybody. Hasn't that happened to all of us out here? Like somebody come and act like they hipping you to the game. Well, let me tell you, Shawty. Let me put this game. Let me help you out. And then you look at them and be like, how long have you known this? And you just telling me, why you just telling me? Oh, now you mad at them. So as long as y'all wasn't mad, you was never gonna tell me. That's how I'm looking at this shit with Mauricio Suleiman. Long as Ryan was singing their song, Mauricio would have stayed giving him protection for the collection. Stayed giving it to him. Yeah, Jared said, yeah, but just like you said, Bud is being brave to sue Aaron. It will take a star. It will take star fighters pushing back on these sanctioning bodies, get things to change, and they got to do it. You know, justice is slow. It is sometimes blind. I don't like that neither because if I get fucked over because justice is slow and blind, trust me, I'll be the first one out there hollering that I'm violated, like something wrong. It got to change. But in reality, it's slow and blind. So anything that sounds right and should be right, it's gonna be at a snail's pace. They let Mauricio get away with this. He bring racial elements to boxing because he favors one group and he does favors for them. That can't make any other fighter feel good. White, black, Asian, other Latinos, Indian, whoever. You got to be Mexican for him to give you favor. That's just not right. Because not only Mexicans are the only ones fighting. Everybody's fighting. All from all different backgrounds, religion, cultures, and races. So you can't turn around and pick one group and roll out the red carpet for them and make adjustments that they don't deserve. Like, what protection? Mauricio, you mad, but you put your foot in your mouth. What fucking protection did you give Ryan Garcia? What protection he need? But he kind of said one of them, Ryan petitioned him not to have to fight Devin Haney. He a bitch after all. He a punk ass after all. He is bad for the sport too. Ryan, and he's playing with grown folks. He can't be that dumb. Mentally, he's still a child. Think people don't see it. He don't care who he hurt, as you see. I'm not crying for Mauricio Suleiman at WBC, but I'm looking at the principle behind it. He don't care who he hurt as long as he is okay and he's elevated. Fuck the belts. The belts don't mean nothing. but you've been trying to get a belt. You draping yourself with a belt. I don't know if they real or not, or somebody else belts all over your social media. But it's fuck the belts because you ain't got one. But nothing in you says, let me work hard, bite down, put my nose to the ground, and just work my way through it. Nothing tells you that. All this haterade. And then you cross the line. As long as you was hating on Devin or Tank or whoever, Oscar is mum's the word. Mauricio Suleiman mum's the word. A time that you look like you could maybe start a movement and say fuck the belts, which will fuck up your boy Mauricio, who been putting you under his umbrella by his own words, protecting you. Now y'all want to slap his dick in the mud, but before I ain't want to say nothing. You protecting him from what, Mauricio? Now it's a fine time to tell us, huh? That's all I see. I saw that article. I said I knew he was a bitch. That's what it is. If he apologized, I would imagine that he's gonna come back and he's gonna apologize. I'm sorry I misspoke. Let me clarify my position. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying fuck the belts. He gonna come back. Watch. Mark my words. He gonna come back because he gonna realize he stepped in it. But they are fools if they keep paying this dude high dollar. It ain't worth it. But then again, y'all already did. Dude worth $10 million according to Google. I don't care if it's if it's 8 million or 12 million, like plus or minus 2 or plus or minus 5. He a millionaire. Why? Why is he a millionaire? Because he had the complexion for the protection. Because he ain't did shit in boxing. That's why I have to say it. You have to answer that question. Why? That's hey, no good reason why. I have to come up with he had the protection for the collection. Just like he shot off his mouth with Canelo and them. They had to get at him too. I told y'all this dude is not he not from your generation. If you ever let him into the reindeer games, or you told him something, or you let him be privy to something, I better hope this dude don't spill it, because he is going to tell it. I'm telling you, dude don't have no loyalty. He's very narcissistic. Honest. Well, I would say this: starting to come off to me like he's narcissistic a little bit. We'll see in the coming years, because it's all about Ryan. And he plays the victim real good, like the innocent guy. I don't buy it. The liar. Talk to his baby mamas. They'll tell you how much he lies. The liar. Nothing nobody can do to change him. They done already front loaded him with some gifts, i.e. money. So now you just spoiled this little motherfucker. It is what it is. I don't have much of anything else. Like I said, I spent most of the day trying to get my internet and everything back up and running. Um, so I will see y'all tomorrow. Jerry, you said who timed you out? Nobody. Look, I don't even know how to give people wrenches and stuff. I don't even see a button where I can do that over here. I don't know when you get that right or privilege. I don't have that ability. So nobody timed you out. I'm not doing where them buttons at over here. Remember, you guys, when you know better, you do better. Sure, I'll be back here tomorrow. Let's just say that was enough. Been working overtime, getting everything back up and running. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.